officials. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received the Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia Sudani in Cairo on Tuesday. Presidential spokesman Ahmed Fahmy said President al-Sisi stressed Cairo's stance with regards to the stability and security of Iraq. The President expressed his appreciation to the depth and strength of strategic bilateral ties and keenness to diversify and expand cooperation in various fields, either bilaterally or through the three-way mechanism which includes Jordan. For his part, the Iraqi Prime Minister said his country values ties with Egypt, which he described as strong and historical. He asserted that Iraq is keen to boost bilateral cooperation mechanisms and benefit from the Egyptian expertise in various fields. Sudani said Cairo's role in boosting joint Arab action mechanisms against challenges are highly valued. The Iraqi Prime Minister was heading a government delegation including ministers and the governor of the Iraqi Central Bank to take part in the Higher Egyptian-Iraqi Joint Committee. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and his Iraqi counterpart Mohammed Shia Sudani held a joint press conference following the convention of the second round of the Higher Egyptian-Iraqi Joint Committee in Cairo on Tuesday.
The second round of the Higher Egyptian-Iraqi Joint Committee convened in Cairo on Tuesday. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and his Iraqi counterpart Mohammed Shia Sudani held a joint press conference following the convention of the committee. Madbouli said the visit by the Iraqi Prime Minister to Egypt reflects a desire to boost bilateral ties. The Prime Minister added that the convention of the committee reflects a keenness on broadening bilateral cooperation. He stressed that challenges surrounding the region requires the need to intensify efforts for joint action. Madbouli praised the endorsement of the ambitious public budget by the Iraqi government, saying it would have positive effects on cooperation between the two countries. He said Egyptian companies will be ready to take part in rebuilding Iraq. Madbouli said the state is determined to boost partnership and cooperation between Egypt and the Iraqi corporations, and to activate a joint businessman council that is set to increase the volume of trade exchange and investments in both countries. The Premier expressed the Egyptian side's readiness to immediately launch the implementation of reconstruction projects in Iraq. For his part, the Iraqi Prime Minister praised developments to the services and housing fields in Egypt. He said Iraq welcomes Egyptian companies in the country to increase investments between the two countries. Following the committee meetings, 11 cooperation pacts were signed between the two sides in various domains. The Iraqi Prime Minister and his accompanying delegation arrived in Egypt on Monday, a second visit since his appointment.
Sessions of the third week of the economic axis of the National Dialogue began on Tuesday. Topping the agenda of discussions were priorities of public investments and the possession and management of the state's assets. The role of the state in providing agricultural production needs and their pricing, as well as backing agriculture, credit and debts, were also discussed on the schedule of the Agriculture and Food Security Committee. The Agriculture and Food Security Committee confirmed the necessity of saving agricultural lands and enhancing the agricultural sector nationwide in a bid to support food security. Participants in a session held by the Public Investments and State Ownership Policy Committee asserted that public investments are very important. They further added that Egypt exerts the utmost effort in this sector through carrying out mega investment projects and maximizing the benefits of state's assets. The participants also suggested amendments to the economic and investment laws as well as to the document on the state ownership policy. They called for paying due attention to investments in strategic sectors. The Ministry of Interior continued on Tuesday providing facilitations to the Hajj lottery pilgrims with the traveling of the pilgrim groups to the Holy Lands from Cairo International Airport to Saudi Arabia. The Interior Ministry Lottery Hajj Mission assured the pilgrims ahead of their departure its keenness on the pilgrims' safety and continuing such facilitations throughout the period of Hajj rituals. Egyptian pilgrims hailed the ministry's efforts in organizing their flight and expressed their happiness to perform Hajj rituals and visiting the Prophet's Mosque.